Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I would like to present to you about different encryption techniques used in IT. First of all, I will talk about the definition of encryption used in IT. Encryption is the most effective way to accomplish data security. To read an encrypted file, you must have access to a secret key or password that enable you to decrypt it. Unencrypted data is called plain text. Encrypted data is referred to as ciphertext. Next, I will talk about some types of encryption used in IT. There are two types of encryption in widespread use today: symmetric and asymmetric encryption. Symmetric encryption is an encryption based on private keys that may be shared between entities and achieve secure communications. On the other hand, asymmetric is an approach to encryption whereby anyone can encrypt a message with a receiver public key. The corresponding private key is required to decrypt such messages. These keys are called a public key and a private key. However, I know that many people still don't know how to distinguish the difference between symmetric and asymmetric encryption. Now, I am going to explain the difference of these two encryption and the ways to distinguish it. The fundamental difference that distinguishes symmetric and asymmetric encryption is that symmetric encryption allows encryption and decryption of the message with the same key. On the other hand, asymmetric encryption uses the public key for the encryption and the private key is used for decryption. Besides that, the execution of asymmetric encryption algorithm is slower as compared to the symmetric encryption algorithm. This is because the asymmetric encryption algorithms are more complex and has the high computational burden. Furthermore, the asymmetric encryption is generally used for exchanging secret keys, whereas the symmetric encryption is used for exchanging a bulk of data. Then I will look at hashing. So what is hashing? Hashing is the transformation of a string of characters into a usually shorter fixed length value or key that represents the original string. Hashing is used to index and retrieve items in a database because it is faster to find the item using the shorter hash key than to find it using the original value. There are some examples of hashing such as MD4 and SHA. To illustrate, MD4 is a hash function created by Ronald Rivers in 1990. It has a length of 128 bits and has influenced many posterior designs like WMD5 and WSHA family. The security of this algorithm has, however, been criticized even by the creator himself. Nevertheless, we also have to understand clearly the difference between hashing and other encryption techniques. The fundamental difference of hashing and encryption is that hashing is used to validate the integrity of the content by detecting all modifications and thereafter changes to a hash output, while encryption encodes data for the primary purpose of maintaining data confidentiality and security. It requires a private key to reversible function encrypted text to plain text. In short, encryption is a two-way function that includes encryption and decryption, whilst hashing is one-way function that changes a plain text to a unique digest that is irreversible. However, hashing and encryption also have some similarities. They are both ideal in handling data, messages, and information in computing systems. They both transform or change data into a different format. Next, I will talk about some applications of encryptions in IT, such as encryption in WhatsApp and HTTP Secure. WhatsApp is currently one of the most popular mobile messaging software. It is available for different platforms such as Android, Windows Phone, and iPhone. WhatsApp also enables users to make free calls with other users. In the latest version of WhatsApp, the conversations and calls are end-to-end encrypted. So what does end-to-end encryption mean? In end-to-end encryption, only the data is encrypted. The headers, trailers, and routing information are not encrypted. End-to-end encryption in WhatsApp has been developed in collaboration with OpenWhisper systems. End-to-end encryption makes sure that the message is sent its receiver only by the intended recipient and none other. Besides that, HTTP Secure is also one of the common applications of encryption in IT. HTTP is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It's a protocol responsible for communicating on the Internet. It is the fundamental block of the World Wide Web. HTTP is a stateless protocol since the server forgets the client once the transaction is over. HTTPS, on the other hand, is HTTP running on top of SSL, Secure Sockets Layer. Most of our day-to-day transactions like shopping or bill payments are done online. SSL is one practical application of cryptography that makes use of both symmetric and asymmetric encryption. SSL makes use of a symmetric public-private key pair and symmetric session keys. A session key is a one-time use symmetric key, which is used for encryption and decryption. Each encryption techniques play an important role in IT, especially in security services in computing environments. So, what if there is no encryption method or a method which is compromised? It's actually very dangerous because your secret information is not protected in the best way and other people like hackers can easily attack. Thanks to your secret information, hackers can easily implement many work that's violating the law, such as robbing of money. That's all information I want to say in my video. Thanks for listening.